Hey, what's up? So on the Discord channel, I got asked about the process for modeling the characters, their special tricks, and the modeling itself, no, but I do think it's interesting, might be interesting for some people how all the characters are pretty much the same Blender file, like they're all sharing a lot of the same meshes. So I made the characters, because there's like, I guess between both games, there were probably over 200, if not 300 characters. A lot of them share the same look, I guess, the clothes and everything, but still having it be modular and having these blend shapes and different textures really allowed me to make a bunch of characters in a way that probably wouldn't if I was modeling one by one. So, for example, on this girl, you can see that she just has all this stuff that I tack on, and this could be used in a bunch of different ways. And like the head itself, right, you can kind of tweak if you want her cheeks to look different. I just work on this blend shape and like eyes up. And then I have to get the eyes and pull them up. But that already like goes a long way into making her look different. Where are the glasses? It's not super organized. What this is? Let's turn all of these up. Right? So very quickly it starts looking like someone else just from these distances, like up and down on the eyes. Can get the eyes together or apart. I have to do this kind of manually. And then um, give her a different texture, right? Then suddenly we have a different character. Some other blend shapes would be a long time since I've touched this, but I guess the chin, chin height, chin out. You always get the extremes, right, when you're at the, oh, little blank. When you're making the blend shapes, you want to exaggerate so you can go halfway here on the values. Chin height. What is this? And then on the mouth, I would also do something like this. You know, make it bigger, smaller. But the mouth itself on the mesh would also have different blend shapes. So like this little thing, just the width, like the fit lip fatness or something. The mouth itself is like a separate object, right? Which allows me to do the animations. So like talking is just a single. I think it plays out faster in the game, but that's just kind of it. And then I have not that much stuff actually. Open wide to eat. It's just eating, make out, or same with the body, of course. You have all these values, and even though this is called like femme waist, I do use this on a lot of the characters, not just for the women. And some stuff is just for fixing like weird mesh stuff like this, just because the rig isn't super good. So like you can see this working. So sometimes when I sit, like this will get fucked up, and I'll just tweak it here. And then stuff just for fitting on the textures, like this. Doesn't really make sense on this one, but if I put chemical type, let's try to find a chemical. Yeah, there you go. See, this fits that one. I'll probably go and remove the waist or something, and then give it a bit of a thicker. This is just so like this should be like a boot, right? So that fits well, it doesn't clip through. And then like some positioning, like after you pose the character, I might need to tweak the positioning or something. And the other species, I guess, also would maybe have a different mesh. I think like the frogs might be just an upside down head. So let's look at like Mosca. Right, you see the collider for his positioning, but the eyes are just big and the head is just a regular head. Then I have these props like this. Even this is just a I don't know where this hood is. Oh, there. It's the hood. Well, I guess it's rigged to the skeleton, so I can't move it. But this is Mosca without his hood. And with this, I can just make all the characters. The textures obviously do a lot of the heavy lifting, but like these little tweaks go a long way. And if you set up a rig, like planning ahead and just trying to make a bunch of blend shapes and different sizes for things. The one trick that I did that I think works well is like if you just get a random passenger, like a dude like this. You can also scale them, of course. So he could be like a big dude, right? And then I'd pose it so it fits the world. But then, since I made him this big here, I would probably scale the head down, because I think that's something that kind of makes sense to me. Like smaller people, if I scaled below one, I'd make the head bigger, and if I scaled it up, I'll make the head smaller. You might scale the hands as well sometimes. That's something that also makes the characters look different, you know, just the different sizes. Let's look at how this guy is. So he's got a lot of fat, which is just like the stomach fat. And then the animals, like the fauna, it's a lot of the same thing. Especially, you know, like the dogs or something. Dog watching TV. It's a lot just texture. And then the mesh would also have some blend shapes. Yeah. Also, like when it starts, like if I set the blink to this, you would blink and always this would be like the maximum blink that the character does, because like the eye opening can also make him look very different. Like this stuff, it looks kind of weird if I do it like this, but like if we make him big and fat, but then scale him down, right, and scale his head up, it could be like a different breed of dog or like a puppy dog or something. That goes a long way as well. And then same for the cats, like on the cat room. You know. It's the same thing. So you got fatness, which is like a furry cat, a little blinky, skinny, whatever. There isn't really like a big secret to it, especially with this style. I've done other projects where I've kind of doubled down on this and it works really well. To start by making a base character with like a lot of blend shapes and things that you can customize, obviously all the props that you can add on top. Let's look at Big Mud. Where is he? Big Mud. I don't know, his hand is like this. Probably from when the game runs, it will play an animation which will pose him. I guess if I was doing this now, look at the bow. If I was doing it now, I'd probably just have the animation static because I kind of know how to do that now, but I didn't at the time. So they all have animators that play the animation. It's Unity editor looks so old now, but it's the same thing. I Let's look at the head, like it's the same head, chin thick. Yeah, so you can see the frogs have an upside down head, and his eye, I got this eyelid, which is like a different mesh just for the blinking, because it has to go up over the eye like this. So yeah, I don't know why his butthole is over here. Oh, I think he's like licking his butthole on the animation. Let me see if I find it. Animator. Is this not where the animation is? Animation. Cat. Liquor? No. No. Beehole. Yeah, there you go. See? Beautiful. I think that's a good way to end it. Those are like the tricks I use. Um, Definitely explore this if you're making a game with a bunch of characters and you don't have like a bunch of time. I think it works well enough. You could argue that like the characters are not extremely distinct from each other, but so are people, I guess, right?